but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
And I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life.
Select the team you want to join.
You shine, I shine.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros.
Shoot for the stars.
No, I can't show you no love.
Or because of it too. I started training. You guys ready to see the game? No, I'm training. The show started.
Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now.
The Patriots are gonna use some Texas.
Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle of my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to be my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah.
Welcome back to Sean Watson. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Deshaun Watson and the rest of the Texans are looking forward to a healthier season in 2018. They get a tough test in the opener as they take on the defending AFC champs, the New England Patriots. I'll be back at halftime with a look around the early games. But first, it's up to Foxborough. Here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not. And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
Wait, 20!
A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady.
Oh,
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. The Texans and Patriots met in the divisional round of the playoffs 2 years ago. The Pats won that one, but they also met in one of the better games of the regular season last year. The Pats won, but it was in pretty dramatic fashion.
How about Deshaun Watson, his second start in the NFL for the Houston Texans? He went toe-to-toe with the master himself, Tom Brady, didn't he? But in the end, you know how it always turns out, right?
Brady did his thing, found Brandon Cooks for a 36-33 win. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Covington in there to bring it down for a loss of 7. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondered what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind it, and he listened to it.
And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now, they're probably have their heads down.
Rushing down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. He'll get it up the middle. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get
interception.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Pats offense coming out. Yet another Super Bowl run last year that, of course, came up short against the Eagles. But Charles Gronk is back. Tom Brady back. Do they have any magic left in the tank?
Of course they do. They're the New England Patriots. And until further notice, they run the AFC East. They run the AFC. That's just who they are. But in order for them to win a Super Bowl again, to get back there and take it this time, they'll need the continued play of Brady, the continued magic. But on defense, not just winning the money downs. They've got to win first and second down so that the money down tilts in their favor.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right.
Throwing again. Brady. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Covington in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Here's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, and third down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans making their way out with some renewed optimism, really, in Houston for 2018. But, Charles, it all revolves around one word. It's something they didn't have in 2017. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a letter H.
And I'm guessing it's not Houston.
No, it's health.
You're exactly right. Great call there, partner, because health is what really doomed their...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Bruce Ellington, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Texans have taken the early lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
In the lead.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here's Matthew Slater to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a first down and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw by Brady incomplete. Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in. Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Brady will try again on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
Oh, come on.
And they responded to the challenge.
There we go.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. Watson making up for some lost time here in season number 2. He's got the Texans on the move with a first down. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Hopkins on the ground over the middle.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
There it is. Second quarter.
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-0 is our score, and we'll return to Foxborough after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Oh, man. They're definitely close to a touchdown.
Here's Watson.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, the reception. Oh, let's go.
Picked off down at the 10.
Oh, let's go.
What a disaster there.
Oh, what else it look like? Good one, the Flowers. The interception. Right when they was about to get a touchdown. Oh, look at this. Ooh.
They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Getting a touchdown.
So after the INT, it's Brady.
No.
And it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally get him as he's all the way
I don't know what to do here.
40-yard line.
Always wasn't made towards me.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So far. He's just getting started.
After the interception, here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On 1st down, it's Watson. Incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Black 22! Black 22!
Play action from Miller. Now Watson.
Oh,
Breaks through the contact.
He
Finds his man Griffin.
Now
And
first
he
down.
takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
I definitely like this.
They'll try one forward with Miller. And a short pick
If I
up
wanted
there
to, I would have chosen
It's a gain of
Detroit
a yard,
Lions.
and it'll
Just
set
run
up
this in my
second and
hometown,
goal.
Me personally, I
Defensively,
like the
pretty
New
good start
Patriots.
there with their backs
So
against
that's
the
why I
wall.
chose them.
That's a win for the stop
If I wanted to, I would
right
have chose the
there.
Lions.
And if I'm them, I
2
get
others in my
bolder
hometown,
now.
but
They won
nah,
the
I'm
first
not gonna do
battle.
that.
Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Green to line! Green to line!
Now contact
Right.
out front as penalty
Right.
markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think
Still
they got the
second
DN
down.
there on that one.
Four.
And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. And they'll give Miller another crack. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
7 minutes ago. I definitely like this game, though.
A reminder coming up at the half. We hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in Week 1. So do not press that skip button. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, no.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit.
Gonna go for the field goal.
They've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Go for the field goal. All right.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead
10-0.
moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the 2nd quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him in.
No, it's a fumble.
He loses the football.
No.
And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Oh, come on.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because
not going too
you would
good.
think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not
I'm
fumbling.
not doing too
Practice
good
it,
right now.
preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard
No,
line.
correction.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be
Damn it,
2nd
I'm
down.
not doing too good right now.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. That's a nice.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
I'm not doing too good right now.
Deshaun Watson already
This
his
is only
second
more of a
touchdown
blowout.
here this opening weekend. And the Texans will
That's the
extend
word.
their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff.
This kind of thing
Well, guess
happens
what?
almost all the
The
time.
college game has definitely infiltrated its way
But
into the
I
NFL.
play
Yeah,
the team for
some
the
of these
first
guys,
time, and
when
I
you're
don't
seeing
do
the
good.
option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked
Later
about.
on,
Assignment football for
that's why I get
defenders.
angry.
And that drives them crazy
Yeah.
because you have to think your
This
way
is
through a
like one
play
blowout.
as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
17-0.
And this will not be returnable.
John
It's out of
in
the
the
back of
third
the end
quarter,
zone
less
for a
than a minute
touchback.
and 19 seconds.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for
Yeah,
their next
last
possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and
that's
become a
a
little
long
more
way.
accurate throwing the football. He's already
That's a
thrown
long
2
way.
interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks, no touchdown passes yet.
Oh.
And now running right through it. And he's
first
taken
down.
down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. How about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, injury.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
20.
Now Brady.
Oh, okay. I thought I got that. Oh,
It's incomplete.
still close.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Wait 20.
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Oh, so close to interception. Thank God.
Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively,
Yeah,
but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete.
Oh, it's a first down. Oh,
So
wait,
just
is
shy
it first
of
up for me?
midfield, they tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that
You
they should
tell
have
the car on that.
should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position.
Did he
Look,
punt?
I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go
I
for
can't
it
count.
on offense, but
I
in
think
this
it's the first
situation,
time for the
it doesn't-
Texans.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this
Yep,
coach,
first time
he
for the
may want to be
Texans.
up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. Watson, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
All right. Second quarter.
And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout.
It's
And now
close
they
to
get set
ending.
to line up as we resume action. Watson now
So this
closing
is,
in on a 200-yard
wow,
first
this
half through the
definitely
air.
okay.
It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson.
Oh,
And it is
nice one.
incomplete.
Nice one.
So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he comes back with one complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
Again, it's Watson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Back 22.
Watson looks to throw again.
Ooh,
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Fairbairn able to put this one through.
There it is.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin with an AFC clash up in the Northeast. Baltimore playing host to Buffalo. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The Ravens trying to start the season right and is looking good so far at home. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. The Jaguars looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans looking for the win on the road in Week 1. In our game is Deshaun Watson, showing no ill effects from that knee injury that knocked him out last year. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Right, I gotta bounce back from this.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
If we're in this episode with a blowout, I don't at least get a touchdown.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back 22.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks, and the Broncos. Oh, the ball is out.
Yes.
And the Patriots have it.
Number 54 with a tackle. Oh, you're so took the advantage.
You look at the guy who coughed it up and said, geez,
fumble.
what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Shot. Number 54. Number 94, excuse me.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like
that.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the game manager, Tyler Matthew.
He's able to the
33-yard line.
Oh, wow.
Gronkowski, the intended target.
He was wide open for it. You know he was there?
That goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
On 1st down, Watson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it. And here we are today.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a 1st carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. The ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Patriots have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And that's caught. It's Hogan. 5 yards on the catch there.
Yeah, that we need a touchdown. How did we lose it? Pretty big right now. This is a blowout right now.
There's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back
Definitely
in this
need to
one,
get a touchdown.
especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle.
All right, fourth quarter.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Brady to throw on second down. On the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. Look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, come on.
The contact made the ball run free and brings up
man, I'm doing so bad right now. It's so frustrating.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going
oh my God! Come on, dude! Jeez, doing so bad right now. Getting so frustrated.
Possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Come on,
At this stage of the game, in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yep, that's out.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Oh, man. I'm doing so bad right now.
And the Texans will add on to their lead.
The first episode to be.
Turning into a really good performance on the road.
Yeah, this is going to be a total blowout
for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Slater on the return. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Brady now on first down. He's going to air it
out for Dorsey.
And this will be caught at the 30. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
Oh, face mask. Oh.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, 20! Wait, 20!
Throwing on first down is Brady.
Oh,
he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Brady will try again on second down.
No.
Be intercepted.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Back to throw, Watson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Patriots take over. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him,
let's
put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And now here's
come on.
another interception. Picked off by Jackson.
Wow.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
The that franchise with it. Nothing more but a blowout. 27 to nothing.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of one.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The kick by Fairbairn is good.
Unbelievable.
They're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game.
No, that's one.
Doing something now. Let's get out of here knowing
I know the fucking against you. They got a block one too.
Exactly. You have pride on the line. Execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game. And a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Throwing now is Brady. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he's got it. That was a good one. Good throw.
12 seconds left.
Digging. Oh, no, he didn't get it.
Right side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down.
Oh, man, that was bad. That was bad.
Carter, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Texans, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponent.
Man, that was bad. Not how I expected to start the series.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week.
That was bad. That was definitely bad.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like you for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Nah, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all, but I'm praying for y'all. Like a lot of views in this year. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, I asked her man, cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Oh, man, that was so bad. Let's see how, I hope I do good, or at least decent against the Jaguars, but that's what the next, excuse me, that's our next episode. So then, thanks for watching the first episode of Madden IT franchise mode. See y'all on episode 2, where we take on the Jacksonville Jaguars.